When people think about MIT Sloan, they usually picture tech founders, quants, or finance wizards living inside spreadsheets and algorithms. But MIT Sloan is far more than just a numbers school. In fact, there are 3 things about MIT Sloan that almost nobody outside the community truly understands, and together they completely change what this business school actually is. Let's break down 3 things you don't know about MIT Sloan and why they matter. Number 1, Sloan is one of the most action-driven social impact MBAs in the country. I can say that again if you'd like. Action-driven social impact MBAs in the country, not what you'd expect. Most business schools talk about impact as a side interest, maybe a club or an elective. At MIT Sloan, impact is built directly into the curriculum through hands-on consulting and field labs. The flagship experience is Leading with Impact Action Learning Lab. Instead of studying nonprofit leadership from case packets, Sloan students are embedded directly into mission-driven organizations tackling real-world challenges like affordable housing, workforce development, education access, food insecurity, and healthcare delivery. Student teams work with actual organizational leadership to analyze systems, map stakeholders, build data-informed strategies, and create implementable solutions, not academic presentations that disappear into a folder. They apply the same management frameworks used in corporate consulting, systems thinking, change leadership, and analytics, but they're aimed at improving outcomes measured in community impact, not profit margins alone. Sloan then extends this work straight into government through the Sloan United States Action Lab, or USA Lab. In this program, students embed into federal, state, and local government agencies where they work on operational and policy challenges such as modernizing public benefits delivery, improving defense and infrastructure program management, scaling workforce training pipelines, and enhancing health and human services operations. It's rare for MBAs to have this level of inside exposure into how government actually works. Budgets, regulation, stakeholder politics, logistics, and Sloan treats it as core leadership training. Outside the labs, Sloan keeps students closely connected to impact careers through speaker series and practitioner workshops featuring leaders from social enterprises, philanthropy organizations, public-private partnerships, and policy consulting firms. So at Sloan, social impact isn't theoretical, it's practiced at scale. Number 2, Sloan offers one of the most technically rigorous finance experiences anywhere. The second major surprise, MIT Sloan is quietly one of the strongest finance schools. At the academic core is the MIT Sloan Finance Group, internationally recognized for research leadership in asset pricing, market microstructure, and financial innovation. MBA students don't just learn high-level finance concepts, they gain real technical fluency through advanced courses in derivatives and options, portfolio construction, risk management, stochastic modeling, and quantitative valuation metrics. But what really makes Sloan unique is how quickly that theory turns into live application. The applied centerpiece of Sloan's finance ecosystem is the MIT Laboratory for Financial Engineering, or LFE. The LFE connects students directly with faculty researchers, financial institutions, and technology firms working on real-world problems in areas like quantitative asset modeling, portfolio optimization, machine learning applications in finance, risk analytics, and market structure research. It functions like a bridge between the classroom theory and professional financial practice, often feeding research insights directly into industry tools and frameworks. Students also gain experience advising companies through Sloan's Finance Action Lab, where teams support startups and growth stage ventures on fundraising strategy, valuation modeling, capital structure design, and investor communications. And one of Sloan's most distinctive offerings is the Pro Seminar in Capital Markets, Investment Management. In the semester-long course, students form teams and tackle real-world finance problems presented by sponsoring firms, analyzing portfolio strategy, currency hedging, hedge fund trading models, performance measurement, and institutional asset management issues. Rather than simulated cases, students produce professional-grade financial solutions under direct practitioner mentorship. Fintech and investing careers are reinforced through Sloan's Fintech Club, which organizes recruiting prep, technical workshops, alumni mentoring, and industry treks into venture capital, fintech, and tech-enabled finance roles. All of this plugs directly into MIT's venture platform, including the Martin Trust Center for Entrepreneurship, the Engine Accelerator, and the MIT 100K competition, where students can build startups, evaluate deals, and engage in real venture creation long before graduation. Number 3, Sloan sits inside the world's most powerful innovation ecosystem. The third thing people rarely grasp is how much MIT Sloan's physical location transforms the student experience. Sloan isn't near innovation hubs, it's located directly inside Kendall Square, often called the most densely innovative square mile on Earth. Within walking distance of campus are major global biotech research centers, such as Pfizer, Biogen, Moderna, and Takeda, alongside hundreds of venture-backed biotech startups pushing breakthroughs in RNA therapeutics, cell and gene therapies, synthetic biology, and AI-driven drug discovery. There is MIT. Students interact daily with the startup infrastructure that powers these companies. For example, Lab Central, which incubates early biotech ventures, or The Engine, MIT's tough tech accelerator commercializing science breakthroughs. The Cambridge Innovation Center, a massive startup and VC hub hosting hundreds of innovation teams. The venture capital layer is literally next door as well, with firms like Flagship Pioneering, Third Rock Ventures, RA Capital, Atlas Ventures, Polaris Partners, F Prime, 5AM Ventures, and NEA, all operating within walking distance. And rounding it out is a major big tech presence. Google's Kendall Square Engineering Campus and nearby teams from Meta, Amazon AWS, Microsoft, and Apple. This proximity makes Sloan's education intensely immersive. Internships, venture projects, startup collaborations, and investment engagements don't require flights or long commutes. They happen 5 minutes from the classroom. So when people imagine MIT Sloan as just a tech-heavy finance school, they miss the bigger picture. In reality, Sloan stands at the intersection of hands-on social impact leadership, one of the world's most technically rigorous finance platforms, and total physical immersion in the planet's most powerful innovation ecosystem. At MIT Sloan, you don't just study business, you practice it, build it, fund it, and shape it in real time. And that's what truly sets Sloan apart. For more on MIT Sloan, check out On Track by mbaMission, our comprehensive asynchronous MBA application course. In On Track, you'll find 2 dedicated Sloan modules that teach you everything you need to know about the program and walk you through each step of Sloan's application. In addition, you'll find detailed lessons on more than a dozen other top business schools, plus in-depth modules on essays, recommendations, resumes, interviews, and so much more. Get started with a free plan and start exploring the content today. And stay tuned for our next video on the stats you need to get into MIT Sloan.